السلام عليك أيها المهذب الخائف السلام عليك أيها الولي المنصف.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من شر الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. والصلاة والسلام على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الميامين المنتجبين، واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم كتابه: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولقد كتبنا في الزبور من بعد الذكر أن الأرض يرثها عبادي الصالحون. آمنا بالله. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inshallah, today we are going to continue our sessions on the appearance of our beloved Imam, Imam Mahdi, Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif. Now today we are going, after we discussed a lot of things about before, now let's see that the Imam, when he comes, how does he look like? What is his characteristics? Who are these companions, the 313, the pioneers? What are their characteristics? All these kind of things we need to know. We need to know how will be the Imam looking, and what are the characteristics. So when we see somebody, we will follow him, who has this characteristics, and how to be from. Why do we need to know the characteristics of those 313? To try our best to be one of those 313. So let's see meaning of the appearance. The first thing he talks about is meaning of the appearance. What is the meaning of the appearance? Yani when dhuhur, is it like dhuhur, like coming out of invisibility, or coming out of occultation, or coming out of being in a place not seen by people? It has three meanings. One is that a person appears from a hidden place by himself. The second is that he is front of the people, but his movement appears like he is there. Imam is there, but appearance means that he appears with his movement. So number one, he's hidden, he comes out, he pops up in the face of the world. Number two, he is there, but he starts his movement like Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam was there, even in the time of Imam Hassan, even in the time of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. But his movement started, the start of the movement. So his movement started when he rejected the pledge of allegiance to Yazid, the tyrant. So that is why the whole thing is that whenever the movement starts, he appeared. So that's the second meaning. And the third meaning is the appearance of success of the movement. Now let's say the Imam is appeared. That's one appearance. Imam starts his movement. Second, when he takes over the peace and justice and eliminates the Dajjal and the Sufyanism from the face of the earth, that is his appearance. That means success of his movement is one of his appearance, that he appeared. He's appeared now to the face of the world. Now people, they can see the peace and justice of the Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. In the case of Imam Mahdi Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif, three meanings can be observed gradually. But first will be on the day of Ashura. The day of Ashura, he will appear. How will we know that it is the time for the appearance? We said that there are signs of appearance, and there are some inevitable signs. Sufyani is inevitable. Nafs al-Zakiyya, a pious person is going to die before the coming, inevitable. The sound in the holy month of Ramadan, inevitable. These are all like the flags of the Khurasanians from Persia, inevitable. These are all inevitable signs. There are about 6 to 7 inevitable signs very close to the Imam. When the time comes, there will be an internal inspiration that is the time of appearance. Beside that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put this in the heart of every believer, every person who has love of the 12th Imam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make his appearance soon. He will know that this is the time he needs to move, this is the time he needs to move out of his house and be in Mecca. Without any doubt, he will be inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, now we are talking about the Imam. How will Imam know that this is the time that he needs to appear? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put inspiration in his heart. He will be inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because all the infallibles alayhi salatu wasalam have this gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The mother of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, she was inspired to save Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. And mother of Jesus alayhi salatu wasalam, there was a good communication in the Holy Quran mentioned. These are not infallibles, these are not imams or not prophets, and they were inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through angel or through inspiration in the heart. And then also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives inspiration to the bee. إِذْ أَوْحَى رَبُّكَ إِلَى النَّحْلِ. So the bee is inspired. So why Imam cannot be inspired when the time comes and he needs to know, is this the time for me to come out? Yes, Imam alayhi salatu wasalam will know, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will let him know, and that's the time he will come. So that's why Imam is waiting. He's waiting for us to be prepared. Once there are 313 people that are prepared, then Imam will come out insha'Allah. The factors of appearance. What are the factors of appearance? Divine planning. Of course, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plan. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala plans and the enemies of Allah they plan, the plan of Allah overcomes. The plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes over. Enemies of Allah, their plots, they go against them. The existence of the law and a legislative system, we have the Holy Quran and the lifestyle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam narrated by his infallible successors, which is the authentic. So we have Quran and the narrations, law we have, there is a plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, existence of a qualified person who is infallible, Imam Mahdi al-Qaim, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make his appearance soon. Maturity of the human society in a way that they could handle such system. So are the human mature enough to accept the legislator and accept the legislation? We need the third factor now. When the third factor is ready, when the human are ready to get a nice legislation which provides happiness in this world and the hereafter for them, then so failure of existing systems to provide proper justice to the humanity and spread of oppression and tyranny. So we have these factors. Divine planning. When Allah plans for Imam to come out, he will come out. We need legislation which is available, Quran and the narrations. We need a legislator. We need somebody who executes the legislation properly. Infallible Imam exists. So now maturity of the society, number one, and the attempts of the world to solve the problems, and they are not able to. So the inability to solve the problems, inability of the people of the world to solve the problems. They cannot solve the problems. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send someone out to solve their problems. So see how the factors, these factors, when they exist, the Imam will come. The world is going towards a direction where nobody can provide peace and justice, and the world will be in turmoil. That's the time the Imam has to come. That's the time the Imam will come. So maturity of the human society in a way that they could handle such a system. People need to be able to handle the system. Failure of existing systems. Failure of existing systems to provide proper justice to the humanity and spread of oppression. Now, date of his appearance as narrated. Al-Qaim will not appear unless if the year was odd year. One of the three, 1 or 3 or 7 or 9. And now here we have another complication. When the Imams they talk, is it a lunar calendar or a solar calendar? Maybe it's a lunar calendar odd and solar is even odd. Interpretation, and God knows better. The narration was talking about the Imams. They used to observe lunar calendars. They used to practice with lunar calendars. So it has to be lunar calendar. This is a ijtihad, a deduction. It's a conclusion. It's not mentioned that it will be lunar or solar. The day of Ashura, which is a strong narration, indicates that the continuation of the movement of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, because Ashura, Imam Hussein's movement got paused by an infallible. People, they carried on. But by an infallible, none of the infallible, they carried the mission of Imam Hussein. Now 12th Imam will come and connect that day of Ashura from Karbala to Mecca. He will start his journey again, and he will continue the journey of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. So he will continue on the day of Ashura, because it is the movement of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. He will be calling, is there any supporter who could support us? Al min nasirin yansuruna. A strong narration it is, indicates the continuation of the movement of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam and the unified goals of both movements from every aspect. It will be Saturday. Some say it will be Friday, but it could be like it could be Saturday in Persian Gulf and Friday in West in United States or Americas. You know, like one day difference could happen. It will be the time of Fajr, Saturday. That means in West in transatlantic countries, it will be Friday. So narration of Friday could be correct, narration of Saturday could be correct. But most strongly Saturday. There is a time between the call on in the holy month of Ramadan, the call in the holy month of Ramadan, and the appearance, in order to give people enough time to get prepared to receive their Imam. And it's about 105 days, 3 months and 17, we said, from the holy month of Ramadan 23rd, which might be the Laylatul Qadr, and the Ashura. So it's about 105 days, you can say. The supporters start to make their move for the Hajj in that year to receive their Imam. So when they will recall, of course the followers will be alert, the enemies will be alert. Now people, they will go make sure that they be in Hajj in that year. They will go for Hajj so that they can collect or they can receive their Imam there for the reception of the Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. So this is the day Ashura, Saturday, odd year. And it will be after the sound from the sky, holy month of Ramadan, the killing of Nafs al-Zakiyah. Now, one more thing. There are some narrations, they mention that يَخْرُجُ قَائِمُنَا يَوْمُ النَّوْرُوز أو نَيْرُوز. Nowruz is the first solar year, the first day of the solar calendar. Solar year, it is a Persian calendar. Ancients, they used to use, Persian, non-Persian, that Nowruz means the day, the new day, the first day, the new day of the year. So based on that, there is a possibility that Nowruz and Ashura may be on the same day. Like Nowruz is 21 March in Gregorian calendar, 21st March, 20 to 21st March. It depends when the solar system ends its circulation. When the sun ends its circulation and starts the new circulation, it's a fraction of a day. So sometimes it comes on that time of Nowruz comes on 20th, sometimes 21st of March in Gregorian calendar. So there may be like there may be the time where the March and Muharram, they are onto each other, and that's the time where the Imam will come. So this is regarding the date of appearance. Let's take a narration about day of Ashura. Abu Basir narrates that Abu Abdullah alayhi salatu wasalam, Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, narrated that the call to support the call to support the Qa'im will be in 26th of the month of Ramadan, and he will come out on the day of Ashura. The Hussein, the day Hussein ibn son of Ali was killed. The day Hussein son of Ali was killed. So this is the day of Ashura. ينادى باسم القائم في يوم 26 من شهر رمضان ويقوم في يوم عاشوراء وفي يوم عاشوراء وهو اليوم الذي قتل فيه الحسين بن علي عليه السلام. See, the Imams, they link the movement of the 12th Imam with Imam Hussein عليه الصلاة والسلام. يخرج القائم يوم السبت, Saturday, يوم عاشوراء يوم الذي قتل فيه الحسين عليه السلام. Place of the appearance. Now that was the time of the appearance, the place. If people will observe the signs, then Abdal of Sham, the strong ones from this region of Sham, Region of Sham doesn't mean Syria, it means Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, Jordan. These 4 countries, they are called Sham. So strong ones, Abdal Sham, they are going to jump to serve the Imam. So Abdal Sham from Syria, from Sham, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, there will be strong ones. They will immediately come to the Imam. They will be the defenders of the Imam from Syrian region, Sham, and then we have the Asha'ir al-Iraq, the tribe ones of Iraq. Why? Why these tribes of the Iraq, they will be coming there? Abdal of Sham, the brave ones of the Syria, Lebanon, Palestine and Jordan, brave ones from there are going to come. Why isn't there mentioned Ajam, the Persian? We mentioned there's a narration, there are Persian, inshallah we'll talk about it. But majority of the Persian, they will not be able to, because why? Sufyani wants to invade Persia, they are the Khorasanis, they will be waiting on the border, defending, there will be war. So not many of the Persians, they will be able to come. But Ashar al-Iraq, those noble ones of Iraq, the tribes of Iraq, who have run away from the Sufyani's government, they will be able to come. Abdal Sham, because Syria, Sham, Lebanon, all these regions, there will be a lot of oppression. Sufyanism will be there. So in Iraq and this Sham, Sufyanism will be there. So many people, these people, they might have escaped somewhere else, and when the time comes, they will come. So فَإِذَا رَأَى النَّاسِ ذَلِكَ أَتَاهُ أَبْدَالُ الشَّامِ وَعَصَائِبُ الْعِرَاقِ, the tribes of Iraq. فَيُبَايِعُونَهُ بَيْنَ الرُّكْنِ وَالْمَقَامِ, they will give their pledge of allegiance between the corner which is Hajar al-Aswad and the footsteps of Maqam Ibrahim. They will come and give their pledge of allegiance to the Imam, the 12th Imam Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. فَإِذَا رَأَى النَّاسِ ذَلِكَ أَتَاهُ أَبْدَالُ الشَّامِ وَعَصَائِبُ الْعِرَاقِ فَيُبَايِعُونَهُ بَيْنَ الرُّكْنِ وَالْمَقَامِ. And what will happen? Sufyani's army is also coming. Everybody's coming Mecca. The good ones and the bad ones. The good ones to give the pledge of allegiance, the bad ones to destroy the Imam. When the bad ones are coming, they will be sinked in the ground. The whole army will sink in the ground. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم, the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يخرج المهدي من المدينة المنورة إلى مكة. Imam Mahdi will leave Medina because Sufyani's army is coming. Imam Mahdi is in the Medina. He will be making gatherings with his supporters. He will be going to regions and regions. He may be in Iran, he may be in Iraq, he may be in Lebanon, he may be in Bahrain, he may be in several places. He will be preparing. But his last station of preparation in minor occultation will be in Medina. Last place where he will be finalizing everything will be in Medina, preparing himself for appearance will be in Medina. So he says he will go from Medina to Mecca. فَيَسْتَخْرِجُ النَّاسِ مِنْ بَيْنِهِمْ فَيُبَايِعُونَهُ. In Mecca, you will see when he comes and people, they see him, there's a guy standing in front of the holy Kaaba calling people for support, giving a sermon. These people, troops, they will come out. And there is a short khutbah mentioned about the Imam. Why not long khutbah? Because Imam wants to just present a small scenario, small introductory sermon, so that people can come and they can they can give the pledge to the Imam. If he gives long, they will shoot him to death, so he needs enough time until the people come, until the security come, until the Sufyani men come, until those people, they want to come. He has already done, he gets his supporter and he goes out, and nobody will be able to touch a single hair from the hairs of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam or his supporters. Nobody. That's it. Now he's in total protection, total security of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surrounding him. Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, the angels, they will be there, like how the Muslims, they were protected by the angels in the battle of Badr, 313 and 1,000 very well equipped army, fighting 313 weaponless. Many of them, they barely had proper weapons, poor immature weapons, sticks and ropes and this and that, stones. And very few, they had swords like Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. From 313, couple of them they have swords, and couple of them they are horsemen, all of them they are walkmen, the infantries. So what does that indicate? That indicates that the angels were there protecting the people of Badr, the battle of Badr, when the non-Muslims or the disbelievers or the idol worshippers or the enemies of Islam, when they attacked the Muslims. This was Allah subhanahu. So the same thing, angels will be there and supporting the Imam Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ameen rabbil alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tahirin.
السلام عليك يا سفينة النجاة السلام عليك يا أين الحياة